Today we're going to talk about why the Ohio Brothers is dominating North America Challenger Tournament spring season of 2023. Some of the common things that they are doing the rest of the teams are not doing in North America region. Make sure to stick to the end of the video so you will find out exactly why. Now, without further ado, let's quickly dive into the video right away. I want to say there are a few common traits. The number one thing is called the Ohio connection. Obviously, I know the Ohio Brothers is in the process of finding some sponsors. Maybe consider changing the names, but it doesn't matter. We're still going to call the Ohio Brothers right now the lagging connection. Yeah, the Ohio connection between the teammates. And we are going to demonstrate that through a series of clips, the games that they had against BTK. So you can see exactly why this connection is, showing in full force. So right here, this is so different, right? Look at the mini map right now. You can see, you have a Lolita played by Shark just hiding in the bush right there, right? But he's not really doing anything. He's waiting for Hoon to get ready. Hoon right now is clearing his wave. So Shark is actually just being really patient, hiding in the bush. Now he knows that he can go in right there, right? There's plenty of opportunity for this guy to just go in and beat this Valentina. But instead of doing that, you can see right now Shark is just hiding in this bush and, being very patient. So what does he do? He wait for Hoon to clear his wave. And after Hoon cleared the wave, now Shark's like, okay, you guys ready? Boom. Now we do a series of skills. And sure enough, Valentina is dead. Now this is some simple pickup, but this type of early game aggression or connection, a syncing of skills, is what really set the mid laner apart from the Ohio Brothers and BTK, because BTK never did this, actually in the game against the Ohio Brothers. Hopefully, in the second round, we're gonna see some changes coming out from Joybot, coming from Yato, that actually make, that can show us something different. Because right here, the Ohio Brothers is showing that exact connection. Now, obviously, let's move on to the second clip. One more time, you're gonna see that right now, look at the minimap. Ling is on the top side, but Ling can easily move across the map in a matter of seconds, right? But look at the mid lane right here. Look at the setup. You have Shark, Yureshi, especially EXP lane. Shark and Hoon, they do team fights a lot of time on the rotation of Yureshi. And Yureshi will rotate to team fights, but before Yureshi rotated team fights, those two won't do anything. Though they're really, really patient in a large scale team fights. And this is 11 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. So it's a late game team fight, So let's take a look at what Shark and Hoon does. First, Yureshi is a person who engaged in the jungler, and then follow up by Shark, and then the entire team decided, see, Yureshi changes, he was on T, but he's like, okay, let's not go T anymore. Our entire team is calling onto Joybot, and sure enough, all 5 members, including Ling, all rotated on Joybot alone, and Joybot got taken down, right? So this is the first target got taken down, and then the rest of the team followed up onto Zane, onto T, and then they get a few kills. I don't think they got a few kills here, but they're able to take a lot of objectives, So a very clean execution on the Joybot, and then move on to Zane, and Zane got away with 1 HP, slipper of health. Sometimes those lucky move happens, and does allow, 1 or 2, getaways, but it's not always, it's not always. And you can see that Ohio Brothers, because the connection they had, the clear engage call, the clear setup, that's why they're able to have this successful team fights, So over here, one more time. Starting from Shark, going in, doing a little bit of damage, back away, but they wanted the tower, so it's not really like they're gonna do something else. They wanted the tower, pretty clear call, and they got the tower, and obviously, really good engage from Joybot there to make a little comeback. But nonetheless, Ohio Brothers, they know what they wanted, and they got what they wanted, right? So with that being said, let's go to the third clip, which is right here, the clear contrast between how BTK is able to execute a team fight compared to Ohio Brothers. Let's take a look. This is 1 minute and 30 seconds into the game. And this is second game, obviously, in day 1. So you can see Zane is going in onto Shark. But he's all by himself, and Shark was taking the beating until his teammate showed up. Obviously, Shark died because that's just what Fredrin does. And then, with the bunk, with the ultimate. But nonetheless, you can see the clear contrast, right? Zane is more fighting on his own, and on the other side, Ohio Brothers, they're fighting more as a team, and that's something that BTK, if they want to make it to the grand finals, obviously, if they want to make it to MSC, that's something they need to change, because I do think Joybot is a really, really good tank. Their jungler, Yato, is also a really good player. What they need to do is work on their connections, So let's take a look at the next clip that we have. Here, one more time, they know, by the way, BTK know that Yureshi is in that bush. They saw him walking in there, not moving anywhere. They saw, like, they know this guy's in here. But I think BTK just made a clear mistake. I don't know what this coming out of the bush for. The half a second of this two just like slightly moving out of the bush, that kind of ruined the top lane, right? You can see them walking out, not knowing exactly what they want to do here. You know, I don't know what's the point of them, those two moving out. But look at Yureshi and Hoon. Right, they jumped on Yato at the exact same time. So, see, you know, Hoon was gonna go to the minion, but we actually like, no, let's go on Yato, and they almost got a kill here. If they got a kill here, it could have been even worse for the side of BTK. Right, on top of it, look, immediately when the rest of the team rotated Turtle, Shark engaged on top of Reshi, going on to Zane. Some standard MPL stuff, right? Standard MPL stuff. Best player to come here to finish it off. So you can see right here. Let's go back to the team fight. Shark going back. Clean ult plus flicker, right? And then Blast player coming to finish it up. So Hoon comes in with the ultimate. So Cold Ultra, really clean execution. It was nothing special. It was just pretty clean, you know. And then it turned around onto T, and T ended up dying here. So yeah, this is the difference between the Ohio brothers and the BTK, especially in Series 1, right? They are really good at building that connection, you know, at Shark engage and has to follow up with some damage. If Shark engage and follow up with damage, they don't really engage, you know, and that's something that I think moving forward, BTK have to change. Yato in connection with Theo, you know, or Joybotch in the mid lane to make sure they have, you know, everything they needed. So with that being said, let's come into this clip right here. One more time, you can see Mobile Saints here, but their target is going to Yato. And look at the entire Hard Brother. They're really patient, right? Just hiding the bush until Yato shows up, and look at what Shark does, right? Shark initiate, entire team follows up, and Yato dies immediately. There's no questions about it. The leave Zane it's not like you see Shark randomly going on Zane, scare away Yato, and then they kind of do a half-ass kill. It was a really clean execution, waiting for the mid lane to show up, using Zane as a bait, and get the kill and move out, right? Pretty clean execution there. And that's why they're able to have successes in this type of flanks. So we'll move on to the next clip right here. Look at Theo. Random engages without follow-up, you know? Like this, look at this. It doesn't have to be, just because you're charging out the jump, doesn't mean you have to use it, you know? And look at what Theo decided to do. He decided to use it, and now he didn't have the skill 1 for escape. And going for the wave clear also, again, it's not something you should do like as a Kufra without any skills. So he just goes in and give basic a very easy ultimate. And obviously, if he didn't have to do that, right? Basic didn't have to ult to get him killed, and they could still kill basic right here, possibly, right? And look at the entire, immediately turns around. Look at the Ohio connection, right? So the team backs away, but Shark says, okay, look, I have the camouflage. Let's get ready. He comes in the bush with camouflage, set up the ultimate with the flicker combo, and then the entire team jumps in, right? And then target, again, is Yato. So Yato get kill by Yureshi, and Zane just get kited away, right? He can't really chase Shark, and then Shark comes back in. I think he just want to do it, you know, for a stun, but there's no need for Shark to come back in here. I think he get himself killed, yeah, and without doing anything, right? So there's no reason for him to be here. It's just, that's just Zane popping off, right? 1v4, but it doesn't matter, right? The point I'm trying to make here is a clear connection between the two, right? Look, check it out here one more time. So Theo jumping in, getting himself killed, right? Wasting the skills without connection, without any follow-ups, and then going in, popping the ult on 1-1. 1-1 obviously getting off, and Zane start going in 1v4, right? In conjunction with the team, obviously, but he went in 1v4 first, and then Ohio Brother turn around with the Ohio connection. This is very standard stuff in MPL, right? Any teams really have to learn, which is like, your engages have to be followed up with some kind of follow-ups, you know? Otherwise, just don't engage. That's why as a tank, why is it so important for a tank player to shot call engages? Because your engages, if you don't shot call and just randomly engage, your team is not ready, that's just a waste. But if you shot call, be like, yo, can we go in here? Usually it starts with a question. My position, something like that, right? And your team is like, I'm not ready. I need to go back, get my blue buff. I need this, I need that. Or if your tank is so dominant, like Blacklist, right? All my Venus usually set up all the shot calls for the team. Is that and obviously all my Venus usually know whether the players are ready or not. They have so much connection, so much synergy. But with a new team in North America in NACT spring season, what you want to do is take the opportunity to really practice synergy, right? As a tank player, On me is a great way to start off a team fight, or my position, look at me, can we go? You gotta ask questions. Yes, all right, go, right? No, back off, you know, don't do it. That's exactly something that Ohio Brother obviously learned. They have 3 players from M4, and that's stuff that we heavily trained when we're in Jakarta. So let's take a look at this team fight. Now, this is another reason why BTK lost to Ohio Brothers in week 1 and why Ohio Brothers is able to dominate TOB, right? So take a look at the minimap. You got Lapu who was forced to clear top lane. He has to clear top lane. He has no choice. The lane is pushing in. And then after Hilda cleared that wave, he ran towards the Lord. And this is when TOB decided to take the team fight. They know they have a number advantage, right? There's a 5 people versus 4 maximum. They know Lapu's top lane clearing wave. So this is where TOB decided to decisively take a team fight. And here, when Zane know Lapu's on top side, you shouldn't even start the Lord, right? Because if you're starting Lord, you're putting a team in a really, really difficult situation. And that's what he did. You could have just, you know, farm the jungle or do something else and wait for the right opportunity, wait for Lapu to come in. And maybe when Theo jumps in, there could be a better follow-up. There could have been like Lapu jumping in with another ultimate, you know, just straight up for the kill, or they can just jump on Hoon to take away that ultimate, you know, directly. So Hoon doesn't have the ult, and they can move on to the rest of the team fight. Because you have to understand, if you take out one person in a really, really tight team fight, you immediately have the number advantage. You immediately like can win in a sense. You know, you don't really have to like save your ultimate. You can just go in and kill that one person, and then all of a sudden your number advantage is too huge. Move on to the next fight. But over here, BTK only have 4 people. They're fighting 5 from Ohio Brothers, and the Theo still engaged. You know, obviously there was Zane wanted to follow up, Yato wanted to follow up, but number advantage, and it was decent, but number advantage was too huge. And obviously they quickly turned it around. If Lapu was there, they could have gone 1-1, they could have gone on Hoon to get the ultimate off, and then probably kill 1 or 2 people before they move on to the next fight. But instead, they have this isolated fight, right? And now Lapu's gonna die. It's a 0-4 trade to the favor of the Ohio Brothers, right? And this is showing in one more clip. Let's take a look at this clip right here, right? One more time, Lapu was forced to clear bottom wave, you know, and then Ohio Brothers have 4 people. Let's take a look at minimap. 4 people on this side, and then you have obviously Reshi and Hilda moving towards the lower side as well. This is the same scenario. It's deja vu, right? Exact same scenario. You have this guy moving towards Lord now after, you know, putting a lot of pressure on the side lane, the far side of the Lord. So now, Ohio Brother, okay, we have a number advantage. Again, look, Lapu is clearing bottom. Let's force a fight here. Doesn't matter, we're gonna win. We have number advantage. Instead of putting on a fight here, what BTK needed to do is back away, right? Because they don't have Zane, they don't have Lapu, but they decided they were not sure what to do, right? They don't understand the simple number advantage in this scenario, in mobile MOBA overall. So they decided to take a fight here, which is not really good. And sure enough, basically got an easy ult onto Theo, and that turned into a double kill, right? From Theo into Yato. We're a beautiful job. We're a clean ult from basic there. But again, that's a mistake from BTK, right? They shouldn't have taken a team fight at all. That's not a fight they could have taken. You know, they don't have the numbers. T just started making it to a team fight. There was no reason for them to take that at all. And obviously, look, 2 versus 3, they decided to take the fight. That's just more kills for, you know, for the team. T barely walked away. Zane got killed, and that's the end of the game. So I hope this is a great example for the rest of the squads, for the entire 8 teams in North America and NACT to start practicing. You know, every time you practice, you need to have a clear goal, what you want to do. And I hope like this is something that NACT teams can work on, actively work on, because Ohio Brothers already have the really nice foundation of knowing what to do, of building this basic synergy. But you can see from the rest of the teams, especially BTK, right, led by Zane, they don't even have this connection. So not to mention all the other squads who are coming up. You really want to make sure your tank engages, you have mid lane control and the EXP lane control, and every time your mid lane, your tank need to go in, it has to be follow up with a mage. That's stuff we heavily focus on when we're in Jakarta. And you can see right here, that's not something that BTK is equipped with, especially in week 1. Hopefully move on to week 2. BTK, using this weeks of training, can show us something different. But I'm excited for week 2, guys. I hope you guys are as well, because this is obviously just getting started. We're just moving on into the NACT. This is like not even, should I say, the beginning. This is the beginning of the beginning. It's not even like into the early phases of the tournament yet, you know, should I say? Well, it's all part of it, but we're just getting started, right? So every team has a chance. Take the note here today and start building the connection between your tank, your mid lane, and your EXP lane with the rotation. Take advantage of number advantage. Look at the minimap. Can you take the team fight? How many people are missing from the enemy side? Do we have 5? Do we have 4? Or do we have 5? They have 4. If you know for sure they have somebody on the minimap showing on the other side of the map, you have 5, you need to take the team fight decisively, right? Tank, that's when tank need to make a call. All right, on me, guys, we're gonna go in, right? Camouflage, conceal play, whatever needs to be done can be done here. So I hope this is helpful. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn the bell on to all notification bells. Sunday signing off. We'll see you guys all next time.
Just for the thrill of it, nothing counterfeit with you, just the thrill of it.